Hi,
I'm Shara Cofield.
And this
is
my journey of hope. I lost my father and my brother to cancer, and I am a caretaker. It's a part of my ministry of taking care of people.
A diagnosis with cancer, you can't try to hide anything from your family. I mean, it's what you're going to have to go through. You need support. And a lot of times with that diagnosis, I had been a caregiver for many people. My son being one, my mother-in-law. We've had several people in our family with cancer, and I have been a caregiver. So I knew that it drains you as a caregiver. I knew that there would be things that affect your family emotionally. And I just didn't want my family to get into fear or to have a burden on them.
I really enjoy helping people, especially when they're going through trying times. And to me, a diagnosis of cancer is one of the most trying things you could ever go through.
Our Journey of Hope volunteers are some wonderful men and women who have been filled with compassion and wanting to share their gifts, their talents, their abilities, their love with others to aid and assist in the challenge of the fight against cancer, and not only for those that have been diagnosed, but also their caregivers, their spouses, their children that want to make a difference in the lives of those who have hope to overcome a diagnosis of cancer.
Well, I wanted to be a volunteer and get some training because when my mother had cancer, I was her sole caregiver, and I went to where she lived, and I had no support, no relatives, no one to help me, nobody. And so I felt isolated, and when my niece came for a visit, it was like a breath of fresh air. And she didn't realize, but she wasn't only helping my mom, but she was helping me because I was so exhausted, just so exhausted, and I needed some encouragement and hope. And I realized how important not only to encourage the patient, but the caregiver as well. It's so important. It just meant the world to me.
The training we received at Faith Life Church, it was excellent training. It gave me some tools of how to come alongside somebody who's going through something as devastating as a diagnosis of cancer. It's just some practical things.
I wanted to be a volunteer for our Journey of Hope because I love God's people. I want to be His hands and feet. I think it's a privilege to be able to enter into space with people who are asking questions and are in a journey and want the best result, and I just want to be a friend.
The reason why I want to be our Journey of Hope volunteer is because I have a compassion for it, because I had a lot of family members that died from cancer, and I also had a very dear best friend who had cancer.
Sometimes people just need you to be there, to listen, to maybe not say a word, but say a word, caring. So many times people need to know that someone is there to care for them. Just be there with a smile.
With this disease, there are many things a family needs. Not only that patient, but that caregiver. And if they have children, there are just so many needs within that family. And so we want people that have the compassion and love for this ministry to be givers in any way so that we can do what we need to do to help these families.